welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going deep into the world of Bharti Airtel
Ooh, exciting.
using their latest annual report.
Always a good read.
Get ready, because let me tell you, it is absolutely packed with fascinating insights about their performance and future potential.
It is. We'll be focusing on like their revenue growth, how much customers are spending, that kind of stuff.
Subscriber numbers, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And we'll also take a look at their investments in infrastructure and technology, how profitable they are, debt levels, and the ever-present impact of regulations and competition.
The big question marks.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get lost in, a sea of numbers, can you give us kind of like the big picture?
Sure.
What Bharti Airtel actually does? They're not just about mobile phones, are they?
Absolutely. They've got their hands in a lot of pies. We're talking mobile services, of course, across India, South Asia, and Africa.
Oh, wow.
Plus mobile money and even DTH television.
That's
Yeah.
quite a lot.
It is a lot. Yeah.
So they're really kind of a multifaceted company.
Very much so.
Okay, cool. Let's start by looking at Africa. I saw they added like a ton of new subscribers there.
They did a whopping 29 million new subscribers just last year,
That's incredible.
which is pretty impressive. And their 4G network now covers like 85.6% of the population in Rwanda.
Wow, that's huge. That kind of expansion, I mean, it's got to be driving some serious revenue growth.
It is, but there's a little bit of a puzzle here.
Oh.
While they added all those new subscribers, their average revenue per user, or ARPU as it's known, only went up by C16.
C16. Can you remind me what ARPU means and why that number is so important?
Of course. ARPU is basically the average amount of money each customer spends with Airtel.
Gotcha.
So while a C16 increase is good, it's not huge, especially with, the rollout of 5G, which usually commands a premium price.
Right.
You'd expect to see a bigger jump.
So does that mean they're attracting more price-sensitive customers in Africa? Or is it just, the competition's really fierce there, driving prices down?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
It could be a combination of both. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out as 5G becomes more widespread.
Speaking of 5G, they've invested a lot in rolling out 5G Plus across India, reaching over 72 million customers already.
They have.
They're even offering it on Kolkata's metro and Kochi's water metro.
Interesting.
That's a pretty bold move.
It is. 5G is clearly a cornerstone of their strategy.
Okay.
It's all about offering those faster speeds, new capabilities, and hopefully, eventually translate that into higher ARPU.
Right. So they're playing the long game here,
Exactly.
hoping that these 5G investments are going to, pay off down the road.
Exactly. But it's not just about attracting new customers with, shiny technology.
Yeah.
They need to keep a close eye on profitability, too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because no matter how innovative you are, if you're not making money, it's not sustainable.
Right.
So how are they doing on that front?
Well, their EBITDA margin, that's a measure of their operational efficiency. How much profit they make from their core business is currently sitting at 33.2%.
33.2%.
Okay.
Okay, but what does that actually mean, in plain English? Is that a good margin, or is that...
It's actually a pretty healthy margin, which means they're doing a decent job of controlling costs and, generating profits from their operations.
Okay, that's reassuring.
It is.
But like any company, I'm sure they're also facing some challenges.
Absolutely. One thing that really stands out in the report is rising costs.
Oh.
Across the board.
Okay.
Think, infrastructure expansion, energy prices, and even employee wages.
It sounds like the same story we're hearing from a lot of industries these days.
It is.
Inflation, economic uncertainty.
Yeah.
All that is just, it makes it tough for companies to maintain their profit margin.
It's definitely a common theme, but, how Airtel manages these rising costs is going to be crucial for their long-term success.
Makes sense. Okay, so we've talked about their African expansion, those 5G investments, and the pressure of rising costs. What else jumps out at you from this report?
Well, their debt levels are something to keep an eye on.
Okay.
As of March 31st, 2024, their net debt stood at $1,884,706 million.
Whoa. Okay, that sounds like a mountain of debt. Should we be concerned?
Not necessarily. We need to look at it in context, right? Their debt-to-equity ratio, which measures how much debt they have compared to their equity, was 2.54, which is within a manageable range.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
But carrying that much debt, I mean, it has to impact their financials somehow, right?
It does. Their interest coverage ratio, which measures their ability to pay their interest expenses, is
Mhm.
still healthy, but they'll need to carefully manage their debt as they continue to, invest in growth.
Got it. So they're walking kind of a tightrope here.
Yeah.
They need to invest to stay competitive,
Yeah.
but they've also got to keep that debt under control.
Exactly. It's a delicate balancing act that a lot of companies face, for sure.
So what are some of the big regulatory hurdles they're dealing with? Operating in so many different countries, that's a constant challenge.
It definitely is. Take Nigeria, for example. Currency devaluation there
Oh, yeah.
had a real impact on their financial performance. On the flip side, Kenya removed some local shareholding requirements,
Interesting.
which could open doors for more investment.
So it's a real mixed bag.
It is, yeah.
How do they even begin to, navigate all of that?
It takes constant monitoring and strategic adaptation.
Mm.
They have to be agile and make the most of opportunities while minimizing risks.
Sounds exhausting,
It can be,
but
yeah.
they can't afford to ignore the customer experience amidst all of this.
Absolutely.
This complexity, right?
You're absolutely right. That's where they're putting a lot of energy, too.
Okay.
They're investing in technology to personalize the customer experience, make support seamless, and give customers more control over their accounts.
So like easy to use websites and apps, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And they're using data analytics to really understand customer needs and preferences.
Mm-hmm.
They're even rolling out digital self-service options so customers can do more on their own.
So it's about empowering the customer
Yeah.
and making their interactions with Airtel as smooth and positive as possible.
Precisely. It's all about building loyalty in a fiercely competitive market.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here,
Yeah,
but I think it's time to take a step back and look at the bigger picture.
agreed.
What does all of this tell us about Bharti Airtel's future?
Well, they've clearly got their work cut out for them.
Yeah.
Rising costs, intense competition, and that, ever-changing regulatory landscape are no joke.
Definitely not.
But they're also making some very smart moves. They're investing in growth, driving innovation, and taking sustainability seriously. Plus, their commitment to digital inclusion and strong corporate governance are huge positives.
So it's kind of like a high-stakes balancing act.
Exactly. Only time will tell if they can execute their strategies effectively and keep adapting to the changing market.
Right.
But they definitely have the potential to succeed in the long run.
Before we dive into their specific growth strategies, let's take a moment to hear from our sponsors.
Sounds good.
We'll be right back with more insights on Bharti Airtel.
It's amazing how Bharti Airtel has evolved beyond just basic calls and texts.
They've gone from, building communication highways to creating these entire digital cities.
It is what a perfect analogy. And like any city, they need a rock-solid foundation,
Yeah.
right? That's where their massive investments in network infrastructure come in.
We're talking thousands of new network sites, kilometers of fiber optic cables, and all that cutting-edge 5G technology that we talked about.
Yeah. Exactly. These investments are like the backbone of their entire digital ecosystem. They're what enable those lightning-fast internet speeds, seamless streaming, and those, reliable mobile money services that they're pushing.
So it's not just about building more, it's about building smarter.
Exactly. And that's where their focus on automation and digitization is key.
Okay.
They're using data analytics and AI to optimize network performance.
Wow.
Even predict and prevent those annoying outages that we all hate.
So it's like they're building a self-healing network.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty futuristic.
It is. And they're even using this tech to, personalize customer experiences.
Oh, interesting.
Imagine, getting offers tailored specifically to your usage patterns.
That's the power of data.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
They're not doing all this alone, though, right?
Nope. Their partnerships with, giants like Amazon and Google
Oh, wow.
are giving them access to, some seriously powerful cloud computing and AI capability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those collaborations are essential if they want to stay ahead of the curve and deliver truly world-class digital experiences.
Absolutely. Speaking of staying ahead,
Yes.
let's talk about how they're attracting and keeping customers in, such a competitive market.
Customer acquisition and retention, the eternal struggle.
It is. But Airtel's taking, a multi-pronged approach. They're combining, competitive pricing with a real focus on building those genuine customer relationships.
So they're not just trying to be the cheapest option.
Definitely not. They offer, a wide range of plans to suit everyone.
Right.
From, budget-conscious users to those who, need tons of data.
Gotcha.
But it goes beyond just data packages, right?
Okay, so what else?
Think music streaming, mobile money, even exclusive content partnerships.
Interesting.
It's all about creating this rich ecosystem that keeps people engaged and coming back for more.
And it sounds like they're making it, easier for customers to interact with them too.
Oh, definitely.
No way.
They've invested heavily in their digital channels,
Yeah.
a user-friendly website, a mobile app, and a strong social media presence. It's all designed to make managing accounts, paying bills, and getting support, as painless as possible.
All right.
And they're putting all that data they gather to good use.
Oh, how so?
They're using it to personalize those interactions, offering, proactive recommendations based on your usage.
That's smart.
It's like having a personal assistant for your Airtel account.
Yeah, all this tech is great.
Yeah.
But you can't forget about the human element.
Right.
What are they doing to, attract and nurture talent?
They're realizing that, their people are their most valuable asset.
Uh-huh.
So that they're investing heavily in attracting, developing, and retaining top talent.
So, competitive salaries, good benefits, the usual perks.
Those are a given, of course.
Right.
But they're also offering real opportunities for professional growth and development.
Like what kind of things?
Things like the Airtel Leadership Academies we mentioned earlier.
Right.
They're designed to, groom future leaders and equip employees with the skills they need to thrive in this rapidly evolving digital world.
So they're building kind of a pipeline of talent from within.
Exactly. And it's not just about, hard skills. They're cultivating a workplace culture that values innovation, collaboration,
Right.
and diversity.
It's important.
They want, employees to feel valued, empowered, and excited to be a part of the team.
It sounds like they're setting themselves up for long-term success.
They are, but of course you need a strong financial strategy to support, all these ambitious plans.
Right.
So let's talk money.
Always a fun topic. What's their approach?
They're all about, disciplined financial management.
Yeah.
It's about finding that sweet spot between, aggressive growth and healthy profitability, all while maintaining, a solid balance sheet.
So keeping an eye on debt levels, optimizing their capital structure, ensuring they have enough cash on hand.
Exactly. And they're investing in robust financial reporting systems and controls to make sure everything is, transparent and accountable.
That makes sense.
It's all about building that strong financial foundation to support those ambitious growth plans.
Before we wrap up this deep dive, any final thoughts to leave our listeners pondering?
Ooh, always love a good, thought-provoking question. Well, Bharti Airtel is clearly, at a crossroads.
Okay.
The landscape is changing at lightning speed with, new technologies, evolving customer expectations, and competition just popping up everywhere.
It sounds daunting.
It is. But they're also seizing the opportunities, that this digital revolution is presenting.
So they're not just, playing defense.
Definitely not. They're investing heavily in innovation, expanding into new markets,
Right.
and building the impressive digital ecosystem that we've been discussing.
So the big question is, can they keep up this momentum and adapt to all those, inevitable bumps in the road?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
Only time will tell. But from what we've seen in this deep dive,
Yeah.
they seem to have, the right ingredients for success.
What are those, in your opinion?
A clear vision of where they want to go.
Good.
A strong leadership team to get them there. A talented and motivated workforce.
Yeah.
And a genuine commitment to, creating value for all their stakeholders.
It's been a fascinating deep dive into Bharti Airtel. We've covered so much ground.
We have.
From, their financials to their sustainability initiatives to their approach to talent management.
And we've gained some incredible insights into their strengths, the challenges they're facing, and their ambitious plans for the future.
But remember, this is just the beginning of your own exploration.
Exactly. Keep asking questions.
Right.
Stay curious.
Keep learning.
And dive deeper into those aspects that, that pique your interest.
Yeah.
Who knows? You might uncover some hidden gems we missed.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive. It's incredible how Bharti Airtel has moved, beyond just basic calls and texts.
They've gone from building those communication highways to, like, creating these entire digital cities.
What a perfect analogy. And like any city, they need a really like rock solid foundation.
Yeah.
And that's where, those massive investments in network infrastructure come in.
We're talking thousands of new network sites,
Oh.
kilometers of fiber optic cables,
Oh, yeah.
and all that cutting-edge 5G technology that we talked about.
Exactly. These investments are like, think of it as the backbone of their entire digital ecosystem.
Mhm.
They're what enable those like lightning fast internet speeds and the seamless streaming and, reliable mobile money services.
So it's not just about building more, it's about building, like, smarter.
Exactly. And that's where their focus on automation and digitization is key.
Okay.
They're using data analytics and AI to optimize network performance.
Wow.
Even predict and prevent those annoying outages we all hate.
So it's like they're building a self-healing network. That's pretty futuristic.
It is. It is. And they're even using this tech to, personalize customer experiences.
Oh, interesting.
Like, imagine getting offers tailored specifically to, your usage patterns. That's the power of data.
That's pretty cool.
But
They're not doing all of this alone, right?
Nope. Their partnerships, with giants like Amazon and Google are giving them access to some serially powerful cloud computing and AI capabilities.
Those collaborations are essential. I mean, if they want to stay ahead of the curve
Right.
and deliver those, truly world-class digital experiences.
Speaking of staying ahead, let's talk about how they're attracting and keeping customers in such a competitive market.
Customer acquisition and retention. The eternal struggle.
It is. It is. But Airtel's taking a, multi-pronged approach.
Okay.
They're combining competitive pricing with a real focus on building those genuine customer relationships.
So they're not just trying to be the cheapest option.
Definitely not. They offer a wide range of plans to suit everyone from, budget-conscious users to those who need tons of data.
Right.
But they're also offering more than just data packages.
Oh, okay. So what else are they offering?
Think, music streaming, mobile money, even exclusive content partnerships.
Interesting.
It's all about creating a rich ecosystem that keeps people engaged and, coming back for more.
It sounds like they're also making it easier for customers to actually interact with them, too.
Oh, definitely. They've invested heavily in their digital channels, a user-friendly website, a mobile app, and a strong social media presence. It's all designed to make, managing accounts and paying bills and getting support as painless as possible. And they're putting all that data they gather to good use.
Oh, how so?
They're using it to, personalize those interactions, offer proactive recommendations based on your usage. It's like having, a personal assistant for your Airtel account.
All this tech is great,
Yeah.
but you can't forget about the human element.
Right.
What are they doing to attract and nurture talent?
They're realizing that their people are their most valuable asset. So they're investing heavily in attracting, developing, and retaining top talent.
So, competitive salaries, good benefits, the usual perks.
Those are a given, of course.
Right.
But they're also offering real opportunities for professional growth and development.
Like what kind of things?
Things like, remember those Airtel Leadership Academies?
Yeah.
They're designed to groom future leaders and equip employees with the skills they need to thrive in this, rapidly evolving digital world.
So they're building kind of a pipeline of talent from within.
Exactly. And it's not just about, hard skills. They're
Yeah.
cultivating a workplace culture that values innovation, collaboration, and diversity.
That's important.
They want employees to feel valued, empowered, and excited to be a part of the team.
It sounds like they're setting themselves up for long-term success.
They are, but of course you need a strong financial strategy to support all these ambitious plans. So let's talk money.
Always a fun topic. What's their approach?
They're all about, disciplined financial management.
Okay.
It's about finding that sweet spot between aggressive growth and healthy profitability, all while maintaining a solid balance sheet.
So keeping an eye on those debt levels,
Yeah.
optimizing their capital structure, making sure they've got enough cash on hand.
Exactly. And they're investing in robust financial reporting systems and controls to make sure everything is, transparent and accountable.
Makes sense.
It's all about building that strong financial foundation to support those ambitious growth plans.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Bharti Airtel's world, any final thoughts for our listeners?
Well, one thing's for sure, Bharti Airtel is at a crossroads. The landscape's changing so fast, new technologies,
Right.
evolving customer
Yeah,
expectations,
yeah.
competition popping up everywhere.
It's a lot.
It is, it is. But they're also seizing those opportunities, this digital revolution is presenting.
So they're not just playing defense, they're also playing offense.
Exactly, exactly. They're investing heavily in innovation,
Hmm.
expanding into new markets, and building that impressive digital ecosystem we've been talking about.
The big question is, can they keep up this momentum
Right.
and adapt to all those inevitable, bumps in the road?
That's the real question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only time will tell, but, from what we've seen in this deep dive, it seems like they have the right ingredients for success.
What would you say those ingredients are?
Well, a clear vision, right, of where they want to go,
Hmm.
a strong leadership team to get them there,
Okay.
a talented and motivated workforce, and a genuine commitment to creating value for all their stakeholders.
It's been a really fascinating deep dive into Bharti Airtel.
It has.
We've covered so much, from their financials to their sustainability initiatives to their approach to talent management.
Yeah.
But remember, this is just the beginning of your exploration.
Exactly. Keep asking those questions.
Right.
Stay curious and dive deeper into the aspects that, that pique your interest. Who knows, you might uncover some hidden gems that we missed.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.